The Categories Game Maker enables teachers to create fun review or assessment games for use in their classrooms with a computer and projector. Click on the Start Game button to go to the Setup Team screen. To play the game, the class is divided into up to 10 teams. After naming your teams, you can choose from several styles of play. Teams can be chosen sequentially, Team 1, Team 2, etc., or randomly. The program makes sure that each team gets an equal number of chances. Play can be set so each team answers only one question, or teams can keep answering if they get questions correct. Then decide if you want a timer to set the number of seconds each team has to answer a question. Click on the Play Game button to begin play. Each team can include up to 7 subject categories, each having 10 questions of point values from 10 to 100. The program allows you to create questions that include combinations of text, graphics, animations, video, and sound. After a team is chosen, that team gets to pick a category and question point value. The question is displayed, the students give their answer, and the teacher checks the answer against an answer key previously created with the category software. If the team gets the points if correct, and loses the points if incorrect. If the question was answered correctly, the question is taken out of play. If the question was not answered correctly, the question can be chosen by another team. Categories keeps track of everything: team names, the style of play, the score, which questions were asked, and which team is next. This allows you to concentrate on the student answers and enjoy the playing of the game. At the end of the game, the team names and scores can be printed. At any point, the game can be saved. At a later time, the game can then be loaded, play can continue, and the game completed. So, how can you create your own categories game? When you start categories, you will start on the main menu screen. From here, you can load and play a game, which is what we just did. Or, you can click on the Create or Revise Game button to start creating a new game. One of the best ways to see all of the parts of the Categories Game Maker is by clicking on the Directions button and then on the Game Schematics button. You can find more information on each section by clicking on it with the mouse. Let's continue by going to the Create Game main menu. From this menu, you can create your game step by step. First, add your game information, like a name and description, which has already been done for this sample game. The typical next step is to collect the graphics, animations, videos, and sounds that you will use in creating your questions. Categories include a number of tools to help you create your graphics. The File Finder can be used to view or hear and copy graphics, animations, videos, and sounds to your game folder. The Multiple Choice Question Maker helps you create multiple choice questions using text and graphics. The Freeform Question Maker allows you to create questions using basic drawing tools, text, and graphics in a less structured way. The Screen Capture utility allows you to capture portions of the screen for use in your questions. And finally, you can add spoken sounds by using the Windows Sound Recorder. Now that you have collected the multimedia elements, graphics, sounds, etc., the next step is to use them to create your questions. We will return to the Create Game main menu. Questions can be created 2 ways. One way is to enter all of the questions in one category at a time. This is convenient if the questions are mostly text-based. Here are several text-based questions. You can enter text questions by typing them into the text boxes. You can still create questions using multimedia elements such as graphics and sounds by adding file names to the graphics and sound boxes. Here are several questions that include graphics and sound. The second way to create questions is to create each question individually. First, select which of the 70 questions you would like to create. Click in the File box where you would like to add a graphic, animation, video, or sound, and then click on the File Selector button. Then double-click on the file you would like to add, in this case the graphic of a bald eagle. Make sure to save the question before you exit. There are also screens for creating an answer key and creating a list of all the files used while creating your questions. These screens can also be printed out. When you are finished creating your questions, you should test your game. Here is our picture of the bald eagle. Of course, you will want to save your game before exiting the program. Again, more information on each section of the category's GameMaker can be found by clicking on the Directions button and choosing the sections on the game schematic. There is also more information on each section in the other available video tutorials. The next tutorial shows you how to open the sample game that comes with categories and looks at the various types of questions that can be created.